What's up guys, my name is Tech. You just pulled your favorite waifu and now you want to know how to play her. I'm going to teach you how to do that, so let's get into the video.
I wanna take you for a ride. I wanna take you for a ride. I wanna take you for a ride.
Fischl is an electro bow user. She has both the standard auto attack combo and the charge shots. Her ability summons Oz, which is this persona that does electro damage in an area when being activated. While he's on the field, he will periodically shoot a single target, dealing electro damage. Anytime he's on the field, he can be reactivated to move him to your current position. His activation can also be targeted, but I've rarely ever used this. He has a fairly long cooldown, but it can be mitigated with good use of Fischl's Burst. Fischl's Burst has her take the form of Oz, and then she flies through enemies dealing electro damage. She is invincible for a short time after activation. When her burst ends, she resummons Oz at her current location. This burst has a fairly low energy cost and you should have it up often. One tip to maximize her damage is to use your E and then wait for Oz's duration to end, then use your burst to resummon him. This will give him the most uptime. So let's get into her constellations. Most of them are extremely impactful. Her first one is probably my favorite because it turns her into a heavy machine gun. It allows Oz to copy Fischl's normal attack arrows at enemies while he's not summoned. The copy deals damage equal to 22% of her attack stat. The second increases Oz's activation damage by 200% of her attack and increases the radius of the AoE by 50%. The fourth makes her ultimate activation do 222% of her attack as electro damage when she activates, and when the duration ends, she heals 20% of her HP. Her last constellation increases Oz's duration by 2 seconds, and it adds 30% of Fischl's attack stat as electro damage whenever Oz attacks, even if she's not the active character. For her talents, she has one that's pretty decent, and one that's great. Her fourth talent makes Oz do an electro explosion in an area when shot with a charge shot. This is not technically bad, but most people would not build her specifically for charge shots, which means you don't get much use out of it. But her next talent is busted. Whenever a character triggers an electro reaction while Oz is present, Oz will strike that enemy with 80% of Fischl's attack as electro damage. This means that any reaction Oz is involved in will hit extremely hard. Fischl is a flexible character, not so much in what she does, but more in how her effectiveness can be brought out. What makes her so flexible is that all of her constellations and talents scale off of attack, meaning no matter what you want her to do, you'll be good just stacking attack. She will definitely have more optimal builds, but it makes her easy to build pre-AR40. She is mostly used as either a primary DPS or a secondary DPS. If you are running her as a primary DPS, you want to focus on attack followed by crit rate and crit damage. Both Berserkers and Gladiator 2-piece sets are best for this. Go with a compound bow if you want a craftable 4-star, but if you're able to pull Rust, it's probably the best in slot for this build. If you are running her as a support DPS, you want high attack, but also try to get energy recharge, elemental mastery, or electro damage bonus. If you're below AR40, don't really worry about your artifacts. If not, then try to grab a Thundering Fury set. The Favonius Warbow is probably the only non-5-star weapon I'd recommend for support, especially since you should have a free one. Neither of the craftable 4-stars or the 3-star bows are really attractive for her as a support. As far as characters that go well with her, as a primary damage dealer, Chongyun is probably the best support for her. Because she is ranged, his E does not convert her damage to cryo, therefore she gets the full benefit of Superconduct's reduced physical defense. Zhongling and Mona can be great with her as well, for overload and electro charge respectively. Take Chi-Chi as a healer if you have her and didn't take Chongyun. Otherwise, Barbara is a great choice. The 4th slot is preference. If you're using her as a support, she pairs well with any Pyro DPS, as well as Chi-Chi for healer. And that's all you need to play your favorite waifu. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Also, I stream Wednesday through Friday on Twitch. Come hang out. Have a good day.